Welcome to another edition of Nikki B and Friends. What up, friends?
What up?
What y'all doing?
Man. Trying to understand why it's May and it was 33 degrees yesterday, but that, another story.
Was it really 33?
Yes, in the morning. Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know it was that cold.
May 1st, 33.
It's been cold and raining all week here.
Same here.
Yep, same.
Like raining. Like not drizzling, raining.
I think we had the same. And
yeah, it sounded like she was trying to sell a bad stand-up joke. It was raining. Like, raining. Raining like that man's shirt. Man, get up and see the mothers out there.
Ooh, funny.
Raining. Yeah, so it's been cold and wet up here. Thundering. Did y'all get some thunder?
No, we didn't have that.
Yeah, we had thunder.
It was just
and rain. So what y'all been on?
nothing. You know how when you drive in and you see that sign that says right lane is ending in so many miles?
We just talked about this. You blocked somebody again?
No, it was even better. So people passing on the right, like 4 cars passed. And then when we finally get to the merge, guess who's sitting there?
The police.
One time. Yep. State trooper. She had 8 of them pulled over. Black sister. I was like, I had out the window. Yeah!
You ought out the window what?
Yeah! I was like, yes, because 3 cars I remember, because one was a Cadillac, of course, and then the other one was red. And I'm like, hey, that's the car. Oh, that's why they pulled over. What happened? Then you can see her in the front, just waving them over like, you, get to the side. I was loving it. You always want that to happen, but you never see it.
I don't be really wanting that to happen, but I know how you feel about it. What you been on, Coach?
Nothing too much. You know, our magazine dropped, since last time I recorded.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? I know I'm always doing a little something, put my hands on a little something. My sports blog made the FeedSpot's top 50 sports news websites for 2019. What? Yeah.
Golf clap.
That one meant a lot to me.
Shoot.
That's what's up. You made the top 50?
Yeah, like on the same list as ESPN, because they number 1.
Of course. Yeah. That's what's up. Man, everything you touch turned to gold.
Right?
So far.
My bank account number is 63.
I need you to go on in there.
Okay.
Real quick.
Just send me that routing number and social.
Right.
Make the right transaction.
I ain't get these credit cards.
Right.
This is the way of the way that the formula works. I needed to grab a couple of credit cards and then I put my touch on them. It's doubled in your money.
Exactly. They doubling your money, doubling it.
Flipping.
Funny. What you been on, Nikki?
The norm, working, and I believe it's the weather, but when I tell you that I have been drained, I'm like drinking coffee in the morning, and I've been going to bed reasonable, and then
wait, what's reasonable?
11.
Oh.
But let me tell people in case people ain't on to it. So I had missed this meeting, right? My all physician meeting. It just totally slipped my mind. And so I got a new technique now. So for my alarm clock, it's crazy. It's on my phone, but it's set for 6. Then they go up again 6:15, 6:30, 6:45, 7, 7:30. But when I have meetings now, I've got me a ringtone that say, "Get up, you got a meeting."
Oh my God, I got the same one.
Do you? And it's like, it really helps because, sometimes you be like, I'm going to just keep pushing it because I can get to work whenever, But that one that say, get up, you got a meeting, I'll be up because it'd be like, I do have a meeting. Because otherwise, right. And then usually, though, I wake up pretty good at 7. My 7 o'clock is Kanye West. Good morning. Do, 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 do. And I normally get up off of that. But when that thing say, get up, you have a meeting, man, you should see me jumping up on that bed.
Ever.
Yeah,
vibrate like 3 times because I can't stand being shocked awake.
Mm-hmm.
And then it says, don't hit snooze. You have a meeting. And it says the time.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
And you jump right on up, don't you?
I sure do.
I'm like, I just was telling people about it. I'm like, this really helped me because, like, luckily I ain't have to present at the all-physician meeting. Because if I had to present, like, my boss was like, I came in, got in there, and I'm like, man, there's no way I'm going now. Because the meeting is at 6:30 in the morning.
Oh, that's disrespectful.
Right, exactly. But I meet with them most of the time before they start, so all of my meetings with them are like 7:30, but the all one starts earlier. And it's like, so I came when I got in the office, and of course it's on my calendar, and I'm like, oh, man, meaning it's on my calendar on my phone too, but okay. And so then I'm walking like, ain't nothing going on. And then, yeah, missed you today. Forgot, huh? But I did. I said, I'm so sorry. He was like, that's okay. And then we went on to talk about it. So hopefully, that's okay. And then it get brought up later.
Right, on your review.
Yeah, hopefully that ain't the case. So, yeah, that's what we on. So, before we get started, let me do our sponsor for this episode of Nikki B and Friends. This episode of Nikki B and Friends is sponsored by author Jeffrey Rochelle, ATS, Author Promoting Success 2017 winner. And he is the author of It's Gonna Rain. Thank you, Jeffrey Rochelle, for sponsoring this episode of Nikki B and Friends, and we look forward to having you on the show. So I'm looking forward to him coming on the show. I got a nice autograph book that he sent. Said, I hope I enjoy it. So I'm going to read it, I'm going to read through it at least at 4 or 5 chapters. Then we'll have him on, on the show. And he's actually written quite a few books. I want to say like 5. I know a lot of them are Christian, like in the church. One of them actually was his story about in high school. I think it's the first one. So he's pretty popular in the Chicago area. So look him up. Follow him on Facebook. Author Jeffrey Rochelle, Roshell. So, and he's looking forward to coming on the show. So we just want to thank him again for sponsoring us. So this evening topic is how friends turn to enemies. So, the question comes up because I know some people who have been friends for years. Mm-hmm. A lot of years. And now they're no longer friends. And I just feel that there's some rules that come with that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I got the same circle of friends. That's why I don't be dealing with no new, I'm not, hey, that's my friend. Nah, you don't see that. I got quite a few associates.
Mm-hmm.
But, day one friends is what I call them. Day ones. I remember when I did my grandmother party, she was like, man, your friends are the bomb. And I was saying to her, I done known this one this long, this one this long, this one this long. But I'm really struggling with these people who have been friends for, I know, 20 years.
Mm.
And now I want to go back telling this person business. Like, you should never fall out with anybody and go back and tell their business.
Never.
Who doing that?
I can't say no names. I should do initials, though, but...
You really should.
You really should.
They ain't Grand Rapids talking about their friends.
I know. That's why I'm trying to find out who it is.
Well, it ain't none of y'all.
I know it ain't us.
I mean, they ain't talking about y'all, but I just hate that. Like...
That's horrible.
It should be some rules. So, because when your friend become your enemy, they know a lot of your weaknesses. They know what bother you. They know what don't bother you.
Mm-hmm.
They know a lot of your personal business.
Mm-hmm.
And then to be going around telling people,
Mm-mm.
like, to me, that's a straight up. Who is it? It's me. Nick. We need to talk. Door open, mace sprayed.
I have to agree.
Back beat down.
Exactly. You don't even see it coming.
Right.
You think she coming to make up.
Right, exactly. Handcuffs. I know you ain't gonna press charges.
Right. Because you invited me in.
Right. So that's what I don't get. So then sometimes you look at it as, is somebody befriending me to know my business? That's why I'm always leery of people who don't ask me nothing personal. Please don't ask me nothing personal.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. So, person no longer my friend. We literally are enemies. However, she did the thing that caused us to break up.
What did she do?
Not important. However, there's no one on this call.
I need perspective to properly assess the situation.
You know what? I can't stand you, Coach.
I need perspective. If you're gonna keep it real, keep it all the way real.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Well, you know that people be knowing who we are, so then you don't be wanting.
This person I don't care about, but
well, come on in. Who is it?
I'm about to lay the card.
And you better say something. I start saying names. What is that?
Exactly.
No, I know.
I got 8 books. I'm ready. So, situation happened. I was supposed to be in her wedding, and unfortunately, my job had layoffs, and it was 5 months before her wedding. And I said, "Look, I can't afford to be in your wedding right now. I need to concentrate on me." However, me being crafty, I got you. Whatever you need, I'm making it for you. Period. Point blank. Don't even ask. I got you.
Oh, that's you all day. Mm-hmm.
I call you on the phone. I'm telling you this. I said, "Come back." To this day, we have never spoke.
Dang.
To this day. Now, this is the same person that I helped get promoted at work. While she was in the position, I helped her so much that I was practically doing her work for her.
Oh, I've been there.
Okay? But I was cool with it because she's a cool person. She's trying to learn and grow, and I get that. However, the other 2 people that we were in a group of friends with, of course, were telling me things that she was saying.
Some of your personal business?
No. Okay. This conversation we left. So I said, we was going to do a bridal shower for her, and they were like, "Aretha, are you still going to put in for your half because we made a commitment.
Right.
I said, bet. I still put what I was going to do in. And I would
have been like, dang, if I told y'all I was concentrating on me, y'all know I get paid up, I ain't got it.
But at that point, I had gotten another job. So I was fine. But it was like 2 months before the wedding.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, I'm straight now. Boom. I tell them I'm not going to come to the wedding because clearly she doesn't want me there. I'm not
in. You contributed to the bridal shower?
Because I didn't want them to have to do the extra load. It was split 3 ways, and it had to be 2 ways. And it wasn't neither one of their faults. I was doing that for them, not for her. And they knew that.
Okay.
So, fast forward, they tell her, Doretha said she ain't coming to...
Dee said
she ain't coming to the wedding. What? She ain't coming to my wedding? And they was like, you said you wasn't inviting her, so what does it matter? But literally have not spoken to me. I called her, texted her, showed up at her job, nothing.
Showed up at her job?
Yeah.
So this is somebody who must have meant something to you, right? This is somebody that meant something to you.
This was like
did you show up to fight or did you show up to talk?
No, show up to talk.
Okay.
I literally, I wasn't even mad. I was trying to understand like what
happened, right? Mm-hmm.
And so, fast forward, she ends up telling they had held this from me all this time, and told me that she said, "I don't understand why she's so hurt about it. We was never that cool anyway."
Oh.
She asked you to be at her wedding.
Exactly. And if it wasn't for me,
certain people who in your life to be in your wedding, to be a part of your wedding.
Exactly. We wasn't that cool anyway. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Hey, and could y'all give me back my money?
Exactly. I want to need my money from both of y'all. Thanks.
Wow.
But the fast forward, I was like, okay, cool, whatever. I'm over it, whatever. Of course, now she's an enemy. However, with all that being said, I still wouldn't tell the secrets and things that she's told me.
Right.
Like
I
what?
Still wouldn't. I can't say
So, Coach, do you see the same thing in guys? Because a lot of times you'll see something and they be like, guys get over stuff. Exactly. Women don't. Do you find that guys get over stuff?
Oh, this for me personally, I haven't really dealt with that. Like I could think of a person where we was just so cool and now we enemies. Not too much off top. Actually, I did have. When I said, I was like, it is one person. But it's like a situation happened.
No. If I had to tell mine, you got to tell yours.
This is a little heavier. This is a little heavier. Okay. But
do you know how soft this mama
is? A situation happened.
Yeah, a situation happened.
You slept with this girl?
No, I did not.
You slept with his mama?
No, it involved a female.
Oh.
And he accused me of doing such and such with her, and I did.
Okay. We all flirting.
But he was upset that his lady friend came on to me.
Oh.
And he found out, and I didn't tell him.
Oh.
And I was wrong for not telling him. I should have told him.
Mm.
So then but then it was like we made up though pretty fast. Like kind of like we made up, like we had a conversation maybe a couple of weeks after it happened, and we just talked. But it was just like me and him would talk, like me and him would just talk normal, like, hey, this happened, we cool. And then I hear from everybody else, man, he said he gonna put his hands on you when he see you. Like what type of things? And I'm like, yo, like I know where your mom stay, you know where my mom stay. Like
exactly.
So like he would just always do this. Happened for years where he would be like, yeah, when I see him, he know what it is, and he popped up at my house one time.
No,
involving the person because we was real cool still, but we didn't so we kicked it one time, nothing crazy, just out to eat type of thing. Okay. And he came into my house we fought. Yeah,
dang.
I know, and he got all that he was looking for.
Hands were laid, and it wasn't a prayer.
Exactly. No, like because he has a good friend that still for me to tell the story to other people. Like that one time when Coach put his hands on him, you know what I'm saying? And of course, I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna even do it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like
hilarious.
At the end of the day, it wasn't a cool situation. You know, it's how I play it. And then so this happened. We probably won this little thing for like 7 years.
Oh wow!
This is on and off again.
Yeah, we would never hang out, but we would talk here and there, and it'll be cool. But then I would hear from another source that he was talking about me. So then finally this year, it was for one of our mutual friends' wedding.
Mm-hmm.
We was both in it, and we just ended up just kicking it. We probably talked for like 2 hours, and we really just laid everything out there.
And to find out she was lying, trying to start some mess between y'all.
And we found out that because he made a point that and I think he made the point for me and him when we was just like, you notice you only hear me saying these negative things about you from this one specific person. You don't hear that from nobody else.
Oh wow!
Once we was exchanging.
Yeah, once you think about stuff like that, I always say that if somebody is always telling you something and you don't hear it and you're not talking to that person, that's a middle person who going back. And especially if you're trying to figure out, what are we even beefing over?
Exactly.
Is really that middle person trying to keep y'all apart. So they do that. Because, you didn't have females who will holler out, she don't like you, or, stuff like that. And, I don't care. And then you find out that I never said any of that. That's what she said. You know what I mean? And then you be like, that's silly.
Why? Exactly.
Yeah, like Nikki went full motivational speech on my story. I wasn't even finished. And the white man saying
I ain't know you weren't finished. Okay, go ahead. You was done.
That's funny.
Okay, go ahead.
Good now.
No, go ahead.
Oh, so good.
Didn't you think he was good? Didn't you think he was done?
I thought you was done.
You took a long pause. We squashed it out. We came to the conclusion. I said it was on girl.
And I said it was on girl. And then, brother. They put a period at the end of this. She.
Okay, well, go ahead. Put your period on it.
The end.
Oh, that's funny.
But that's just how it works. But then, how can you come back from being friends with a real enemy? Because to me, Coach, that didn't sound like that was a real enemy. How, I get when you watch these reality shows, these are reality shows and these people got to work together. So, you would never be in the room with with somebody you don't like. Yeah. You're never going to be at a dinner party and all of that stuff. But I will say, just bringing this in because, I watched The Housewife of Atlanta and had a couple of disagreements with people because if I got an enemy, and Dee Dee, you cool with her, and you having a get together, and we don't vibe. To me, as your friend, you owe me to say, Nick, just so you will know, old girl gonna be here too. I invited her too. That way, I know how to move when I'm there. I know how to watch my back because I don't know what she may be on. I may know how to. Okay, good. I've been looking for her. I'm gonna wear my gym shoes. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to do this to DD party. But I think that I would deserve. It's your party, but at least say to me who gonna be in my space too. I need to know who gonna be around, and if it's my enemy, I don't need to be around my enemy.
I have to agree. But I would want you there because, of course, I would have your back no matter what. But if I'm cool with this person, you know what I'm saying? They give me what I need. I don't know, maybe hugs or whatever. And I have to 100% agree with you. If two people don't get along, but you cool with them, I'm just going to add that don't fight at my party. Wait till it's over. We tearing the stuff down.
But you know what? We don't even have to do that because if you didn't told me, I know how to move. Like you just owe me that.
I agree.
Go ahead,
she was
Cole.
dead wrong for that.
Yeah, I didn't like that at all.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if I got two people who just don't rock with each other, I'm just not inviting them both to the same thing. Like, y'all both don't need to be here. Because either way it go, like, y'all not about to mess up the vibe of the party because y'all not rocking together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what to pop off anyway if I get y'all together. So it's best, okay, like with me, like I got two friends who don't rock with each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't never be like, hey, y'all, how about we all go to B-dubs or something like that? Like, it's just like when I kick it with you, I kick it with you. When I kick it with the other person, I kick it with the other person. Like, they don't ever meet each other.
Right. And that's how I feel. But it was an episode of that, which Didi, I'm assuming you saw too. Mm-hmm. And I mean, people literally don't nobody owe nobody an explanation and acting like she was being selfish. No, you let people know who's going to be in your surrounding. Give me that option.
Exactly.
Because if I don't want to be around this person, it could really turn ugly. You don't have to ask me for permission. But if we friends, you let me know who's going to be in my surroundings. Yep. And another thing is, you know, people today throw friendship away. One, they use the word friend too loosely. Mm-hmm. Because if they really were friends, they wouldn't even be doing half of the stuff that they do to the other person. Yep. And so you can't be friends one day and then the next day you not friends and all of that. I don't get how people so loosely use the word friend.
Mm-hmm. Like if that person, male or female, is an associate, I literally say, oh, I know her. I don't never say she's my friend.
Yeah.
If I call you my friend, you know it. I either called you that personally, like this is my friend Nick, this is my friend Coach. I never ever use it if I don't mean it.
No, but as much as people be acting like people they friends and stuff, you know who your real friends are when your car break down and you think of who to call.
Man,
yeah.
That's when you really think of your real friends, so you know I'll come and make this trip for you.
Exactly.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's real talk right there. Because it's like who am I gonna call in a situation that I need something? Mm-hmm. Is really what it is, because you're not just calling anybody. Because people are, you know, I done seen people at work who will say, offer people, you know, rides, and she stay right around the corner, and then all behind her back, she ain't giving no gas money, she ain't doing that, you know.
What?
Come on now. Her car broke down, she trying to get her money together to get her car fixed.
Exactly. And you shouldn't have offered if it wasn't coming from the heart.
Right. But when I see best friends, like the scenario that I'm talking about, what I instantly think of is that the friend who just needed an excuse and took it and ran with it and then started telling all my business.
Yep.
That friend was really never a friend. She was jealous all along. And now she feel like she winning, and now she want to put my business out there.
Yep.
So all I can say is I hope she listening and God bless her because she got the right one.
I mean, but what's the situation? I think our listeners is
kind
of...
Because we didn't told our two cents.
Over a dude, not agreeing about a dude. That happens all the time.
Like what? Like not agreeing, like what? Like you need to get...
Like, I don't think that he good for you. He could be, you know, I don't think that he good for you. He could be cheating on you. Might have had some information about that. You know what I mean? So if I'm coming to you as a friend, and then you gonna sit up there and go back and tell him everything I said.
Oh, no.
And now he being disrespectful, and then now you got an attitude.
Don't she know the sisters before misters?
Who did that?
I ain't telling them. No names. They from Grand Rapids, I'll tell you that.
No initials. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I have to agree, because I'm not saying it to you because I'm jealous. I'm saying it to you because I love you.
Why you always got to be jealous, though, if you tell somebody something like that? Like, you hate me. I ain't hating. I just don't agree with you. I don't like your shoes. That's not hating. That means I wouldn't buy those pair of shoes. People don't know the difference between somebody hating and somebody looking out. Now, everybody don't work like I work. My best friend, she done been in this situation. Yeah, I done been out and called a guy. She was out, dating at the time. He out. I'm not going to grab the phone and get down here, he over here. I'm going to go over to the table. What are you doing?
Man, exactly. Yep. And
well, you need to make up your mind what you're going to do because you're not going to be talking to my friend and this girl. So he talking to my friend. So he need to make some decisions.
Yep.
And I ain't never even got to tell my friend that I did it because she already know that it's handled.
Exactly.
Nah, somebody come up to me on that. Can I please pray in peace?
Can't stand you.
God forbid I want to have a devotion at Red Lobster.
Right, with somebody? No.
Right.
Not on my watch.
Downstairs? No.
Not on my watch, you won't. Yeah, I done had to do that before.
Yeah, me too.
But everybody don't, everybody don't do that, and everybody don't do that, but you ain't doing that.
Coach, you see my boo out, you better pray for him. Just saying. I can't, I don't know. I remember it was a long time ago. Mm-hmm. We had a lot of residents in our clinic, and we would hang out with them, probably too much, but that's another story. And
hang out, taking them out?
No. We like, let's go drinking. Oh, okay. And then, of course, the next day, anybody get up and come to work. But
people who work there, not the people who. Okay, I'm thinking.
No.
Oh, yeah,
these are physicians.
When you said residents, I'm thinking these some people in rehab. And you're like, wait a minute, what?
Let me change it up. These are 3rd or 4th year residents going to be a doctor. Long time ago. So, fast forward 2 years after they even graduated, I see one of them at the restaurant with somebody who I know is not his wife. And I walk up to him and I'm just like, hey, Chuck. He like, deer in headlights. This your sister? So I needed an answer. He was like, no, this is Karen. Oh, hi, Karen. How you know Chuck? He's looking at me like, if you don't shut up. I just kept talking. I said, where are you guys sitting? Let me sit with you. I made them have dinner with me.
Mm-hmm.
His wife, I thought his wife was calling me. It was him. He was like, Doretha, that was the dirtiest thing ever.
And what?
I was
please don't say nothing to my wife.
And there you go. He's like, lesson learned.
And did you say anything?
I didn't. Only because.
And we ain't edited out your name because you just said your name. Yeah. So it's all your married friends about to be calling.
Exactly.
You still stuck on that?
Exactly. Get over it, D.
Don't be talking about me on the show.
What up, Holly?
Right.
Yeah.
But no, I just don't think if you're going to do it, let her be a side chick that you sneak over on Tuesdays.
There's no such thing as sneaking side chicks. Side chicks take pictures and post them and call you and send them to you and all of that stuff now. That's why we still,
I know.
For the record, we're still looking for side chicks to be on the show just to answer a few questions.
No, but that's dudes who take it too far. Like, why are you sleeping at her house?
Did you fall asleep
and not cuddle?
Stuff?
Right, and there be some people knocked out too.
Yeah, that be the thing knocked out off the Henny, rocking the Henny juice. Nah, I'm a cuddler. I'm gonna hold you all night. You ain't getting up without me. Ooh, that shoulder too hard.
Cuddler.
So to make sure everybody looking at your phone.
Exactly.
Oh, you're tight.
Why you so tense?
Because I've been trying to get up. I gotta go to the bathroom.
Right. I've been holding this since 3.
But so we didn't even answer the question. How do you be friends? How can you be that person friend who went back and told your business? Like that person.
I can't.
Yeah, me either. Don't even say nothing to me.
Nope.
You could apologize because I think everybody should apologize if it helps you. But I'm done. Like I done moved on. You really could even keep your apology.
Exactly.
Because if you didn't care enough to be going to tell my business and I fed you when you ain't had nothing to eat.
Exactly. Literally.
I'm good on you.
Exactly. And the funny thing is that what you said about you telling your friend that you invited somebody else, that literally did happen. That girl still friends with the other two ladies, and the other two ladies was like, "Hey, we still gonna have our party in 7 months or whatever. She gonna come." I'm like, I don't care. Now she means nothing to me, so I could care less.
Right.
But yeah, she came. Of course, I walked past her like she was part of the wall. But
right.
Why would I be friendly to you? But I'm still not gonna be dirty to you.
Right. I can that's why I'm saying let me know that person gonna be there, because if we're enemies, then I could avoid her so I don't have to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Or I could know, let me put my grown woman on and hi, how you doing? And then she don't say nothing.
Oh no, I'm never gonna be that grown woman.
Yeah,
I'm gonna stay in Pettyville.
No, man, like why can't people just not be cool and just leave each other alone? Like that'd be my thing. Like some you're not gonna click with everybody. It's just some people you just not rocking with.
Right.
Why can't people just be like, you know what? I don't rock with you. You don't rock with me. I respect that. You do you. I do me.
In the perfect world, that's how it should be. But people don't do that. And the other thing that I don't like, well, I won't say I don't like, I'm always skeptical of the person who want to be everybody's friend.
I don't like that person.
Exactly.
Because why you sitting around, gotta be around everybody, you friends with why you gotta be everybody's friend?
And everybody posts. You tagged on all the posts.
Right. So that means you ain't loyal to somebody. Because I know somebody talking about somebody and you sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
And please don't ever come back with me with somebody said. Because if you come back with me with somebody said, but I can't tell you, then I'm done with you too. Because you're going to tell me who said it. And we going to confront the person to say who said it. Why you tell her this?
Exactly. No, on top of that, what was you doing when she was saying that?
No, I don't even have to do that because I'm done with you anyway. But we going to confront. Did she say it? Why you say it? She said you said it. Now I'm done with both of them.
Okay, so Nikki, tell me a time where you've done that. Because you speak on it with such passion. I can tell that was a real thing at some point. So
it wasn't me.
Tell us that time when you had to do that. It
was a chick that I was cool with, and I would say cool with, so it ain't even like she couldn't, know a lot of my business or nothing like that. But it was just some little comments, some little dry snitching going on. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And, she be talking to such and such and all of that. Okay. And then it got the other person said something to me about it. Who told you that? She did. Oh. So you up in my house listening, you went back and told her that? Okay. So now you can leave, and now I'm done. I'm done on both of y'all. You're not going to be sitting around talking about me.
Absolutely not.
Really? And it was like petty talk. One of them, she thinks she got it going on. She got, you know what I mean? That silly stuff. You can have a good job these days without it being a negative thing.
Right.
And then there's nothing worse than meeting a dude who tell you some stuff about another dude.
Yeah. Bruh, you're not helping your case.
Right. You're not even, if you think that I'm attracted to that, you sound like a fool. Be like the dude I had to stop talking to because he wanted to keep arguing with me every Sunday night about Housewives of Atlanta. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say right now that as much as at first I enjoyed you watching Housewives, you just too into it for me. So at this point, we don't need to even go out to eat and none of that stuff no more.
Damn, you cut him off for that?
Yeah. Too involved. He was too heavily involved. And some stuff.
Well, he could be a devoted fan.
Some stuff, some guys just shouldn't be that involved with. And Housewives of Atlanta is one of them for me.
Okay.
Nah, man,
You shouldn't want to be arguing with me about me, D. I'm not doing it. I'm not.
Oh, shit.
Go ahead, Cole.
No, I was gonna say, like, I got a dude. I still plan on putting hands on when I see over running his mouth about me, because it was just too persistent, man. Like, I understand. I try to understand other people's psyche with things, so I understand where he coming from. Because it's like he like a lot of girls, like he like a lot of these women's out here, and it just so happens by coincidence. Are people that I would be cool with, you know what I'm saying? So I think at some point he got to looking at me as this unmovable object that's in his way at every turn. So he'll just always be like, "Yeah, girl, you be talking to him? Girl, why you talking to him? Harry, he talking to such and such. Hold on, let me call my best friend."
No.
Yeah, like he everything. Like then he tried to cut into like my girlfriend.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm just like, I was like, okay, come on. Like,
okay, so now let me just break it down. This and nothing against, I don't have nothing against nobody, so I don't need nobody sending me no homophobic message. Was the guy gay?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, no, he wasn't.
He just was trying to get at girls, and his way of getting at them is like, you would always be in the way, and then he like, here go him again.
Yeah, like, why are you talking to him? Like, he did it for years, and it's like, okay, like, at this point, man, you persistent, and now you playing with serious stuff at this point with it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, you almost trying to ruin my life, man.
Exactly, literally.
He's following you.
Right. Yeah, like I don't follow him back on nothing. He just following me, running his mouth.
But you know what? That would be kind of frustrating if you was like, and small city, and here come this dude, and then you see a girl, and every time you turn around, the dude name coming up with the chick you like, this dude, like, is this the only dude here? Like, he messing, so for the record, he messing around. He didn't, let me tell you how many of my friends he didn't talk to.
Yeah, exactly.
He has a girlfriend, but was trying to holler at my girlfriend. And it said, okay, like, now you take it. Now, it's one thing you out here telling my business, you creating conflict in my life. Now you trying to holler at my girlfriend.
Did he know it was your girlfriend?
Yeah, he had full knowledge. Because she told me that him and her were cool, and I never said anything about him to her, like, hey, I don't even like him, so you shouldn't even talk to him. I said, you know what, he was around before I was. If they cool, they just cool. It is what it is.
Confidence.
Right. Yeah, then he just got to just bash me, like, oh, that's who you talking to? Nah, you better leave him alone and all this stuff. And then tried to holler at her and all this stuff, and I'm just like, I'm like, come on, now it's hands.
Start naming people you was talking to.
Exactly.
Just extra conflict, and I was just like, now it's on. Because like last time he hit her up, he was just like, yeah, like I apologize for trying to create conflict to you, but not to him. And then I told her, I said, when I see him, I'm slapping him. She said, hey, when Coach he's slapping you. And he was like, yeah, I know he told somebody else that too.
He probably be right behind you at the line at Walmart trying to duck and dodge. Like, there you go.
Man, like I seen him recently, but like we was with our kids, like because I was with my kids and he with somebody who got 3 kids. And I was like, I ain't about to do that in front of your kids. I don't care about doing it in front of my kids because I'm ignorant. But I don't want you having to explain to your kid, Daddy, why he put his hands on you? You know what I'm saying? No, for real. Like, fathers are like their kids' first superhero. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you got a good dad, like your dad is your hero. And I ain't trying to beat up Superman in front of no kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, That ain't happening.
Yeah.
His kid be like, Timmy, go sit down. Beat
Uh,
your tail. Like that dude be
Yeah.
yours at Walmart.
Now all of a sudden the kid don't believe in nothing. He don't believe in Santa Claus. He don't believe in the Easter Bunny. He just seen his dad get beat up, and now he joining the gang and now committing crimes.
Petty crimes left and right.
Yeah, nothing for real. Ain't no daddy.
yeah, that would be devastating, man.
Serious?
I'll be hurting somebody beat up my dad. So like,
Oh yeah.
You said what?
I said I'll be hurting somebody beat up my dad because you know like you gonna always
Ain't nobody even stepping that
but
way.
you know, like no dad. You just look at like man, this is my hero. Like no matter
Exactly.
what, my dad. Like
Exactly.
that would be
Ain't nobody that crazy to even step that way. So you don't have to worry about that.
Too funny.
And the good thing for me is I don't have to worry about that either.
Exactly.
But that would be devastating. And
Man.
oh, that would be the worst to see your daddy getting stomped, wouldn't it?
Yeah, now a kid looking like Simba up at Woodland Mall. Daddy. Dad.
No, Daddy.
Oh, that would be the worst. Man, wash the dishes. I ain't washing no dishes.
You don't love me. Ain't no. Why would I be positive? In a negative world,
Right.
you couldn't even defend yourself. How you gonna defend me?
Fight, Daddy, fight back.
Yeah. No, I actually used that line on a cousin of mine. Like him and his brother, they slightly into it. And so I was picking with him, and I threw in. I said, "Yeah," and your brother said, "It's best that you just keep it cool because you know his style. You know how he get down." he said, "What?" I was like, "Yeah." He said that you know his style. You know how he get down. And then he said something else to me, and I responded. And he was like, "Man, this is stuff that make you want to put your hands on somebody." And so he like, "What?" And I said, "Yeah." He's like, and I said, when he said that, I was like, "It's best that y'all just talk this out because I don't want him putting his hands on you. I don't know if you can defend yourself against this."
Oh my gosh. So you instigating.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, okay, that didn't happen. But he didn't say everything else, though. Y'all need to hash that out.
So wait a minute. But the funny part is, the question is, did he laugh with you or was it not when you said I was just kidding on that part? Did he laugh?
Yeah, he laughed.
Okay, he was
like because we got the relationship where we sit at the end of the day.
Okay. I was about to say because ain't nothing like somebody and you still mad like.
Oh, and they screaming, laughing. Mm.
Yeah. And you looking like.
Oh, like
what's wrong with you? So would you beat up a used to be friend for telling your business? Is that grounds to jump on somebody for telling your business?
Absolutely.
It depends on what they said.
Nope.
Just anything.
Wait, something I said, take this to the grave, and they say okay, and then I tell them, and then they told it, or is it that I get bootleg clothes?
They say you get bootleg clothes.
Nah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It just depends on what they say.
Nick, you don't agree?
No, I would say it depends on, if it's personal, just don't tell if it's if it's a real friend of mine, I'll say, don't say nothing, but I'll usually say, I know I don't have to tell you that.
Exactly.
So if I done went through that and you said something, I don't even care if it's Nikki accidentally wore some blue pants with her black jacket because she was asleep. What? Why are you talking about me? Why my name in your mouth?
Yeah, I don't like that.
Oh, it's the fact that your name is in their mouth.
Yeah, just keep my name out your mouth. I shouldn't even be a topic of your conversation.
Mm-hmm.
For what? What's the purpose?
Remember, we're not cool.
Right. And I've had people who, you know, I have a lot, some people who just talk to be talking. We all know those people just sit around and don't even realize the extent of how much they run their mouth. They wouldn't even, you know, when you say all y'all do is sit around and talk about people. Like, I don't like that. I do not like going and talking about hanging out. You know, when people be inviting you and you go and, you know, whether it's a little family barbecue or it's a, you know, women getting together with wine, but all they doing is sitting around talking about other people. That's not fun to me.
No.
I'm not sitting around talking about nobody like that. I ain't worried about what nobody else doing. I'm worried about what I'm doing and my business.
I could consume a whole evening.
And there's some people that like that's all they do. And then we'll be grinning up in that person's face, and you'd be like, how do you grin at somebody like that? Just makes me so mad. It's like sometimes you be wanting to like, especially at work, but I can't even say that at work because it's funny because the people who, when somebody I could say, you know, per se get in trouble or something at work, is usually never the person that they say, I know she ran in here and told you that. It's usually the person that they sit down and eat lunch with who told me.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they always be thinking it's way somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't even say that for work. But that's why, like, I would say I put just enough of my business out there where people feel like they know me. But if they really thought about it, they don't know me.
The person you got to worry about telling your business is your friend that got like a partner. Like that's gonna be your friend who's gonna tell. That's who she gonna tell your business to.
Oh, like, her boo?
Girl. Yeah, her boo.
Oh, that's true.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's like if I got a friend that's in a relationship, what I'm gonna tell them is limited. Because I was like, I know once you lay down and y'all get chopping it up, you gonna tell her. Because that's who you tell more than your best friend is your partner.
That is true.
Babe, guess what?
That's exactly how it started out.
Why? Listen, I know you don't care. Why Keisha back with Kenny? Because dude, that's who dudes love. A dude gonna gossip with his girl. He'll act like he don't care, but he be engaged. Like, what she with Kenny? Man, she a fool.
Oh my God.
I know that's crazy. Don't say nothing. How do you care? You know what I'm saying? But man, that is crazy. Like, nah, so anybody with a partner, I'm not telling you nothing because I don't want you to know my business.
Come on, coach.
And judging me.
Yeah, but you know what? And that's the truth because I remember I ended up having to ask this question before because I know one of my friends that's married just flat out was just like, whatever you tell me, you telling him because I'm going to tell him. And it's like, you don't have to, just because you married, you don't have to tell him what I said.
Everything.
Right. Now I'm on the phone. Ask Nikki, it's a period. Like, no, what? You told him I was having a heavy flow?
You telling all that? That's too much. I don't go
right, and I can't stand that. And she say, if you tell me, you telling him, that's my other half. So then, well, didn't nobody tell me nothing because we didn't want to tell him.
Thank you.
No, what I don't like is when y'all are talking like, yeah, man, and that's what I told him. Wait, what you say, babe? My girl said, what? I don't give a F. What?
Am I on speaker, please?
Right, that's the one, the speaker.
Yep.
And that's how it go too. That's how you end up in that conversation Coach just said.
Exactly.
Put on speakerphone.
Never telling him nothing. Like, I'm not here. I remember I told my a cousin. I said, hey, my cousin of mine something. Like it was like I said it to him like a joke though, but it was about something serious. I just joked about with him because we just that close. So he like, yeah, you a fool for that, cuz. Yeah, man, I showed my girl that she was dumb. And the girl ain't even about nothing either. So I'm just like, this is where you at in your life right now?
Right.
This the games you playing? Like, yeah, like He, ha, ha. I ain't talking to you about nothing no more.
Exactly. We just broke up. You don't even know.
Yeah, that's how you have to do it. But I can't be like, ugh. People who go back and talk about people, that's such a turn off. I wouldn't even want to be friends with a person who did that.
Who tells
You know what I
me?
mean?
Yeah.
Just like my, other pet peeve is, the women. I saw a thing. This is off of what we're talking about, but it was a meme that said, "Don't nobody argue harder for a deadbeat dad than his new girlfriend who don't know what's going on and believes in his story."
I'll say that.
That is factual. Factual.
They be going hard in the paint. Be like, "Girl, you don't even know."
Mm-hmm.
She won't let him see. But
I love him.
Mm-hmm. I wonder, do dudes go back and tell people, "Oh, I know somebody who ended up, they was doing something that they ain't had no business doing."
Male or female?
Female.
Okay.
Her dude and her had got into it, and she called the police on him. He got out, they was fighting or whatever. He got out, and when he got out, he called, she was getting assistance and working. He called the people she was the assist, and told she getting this double check. She had to pay all that money back. I'm like, dang, that's dirty.
That's deep.
And he wasn't even working. So he living off of that money. That's why she was doing that.
I'd have cut him.
Yeah.
No, you ain't even working.
And they got back together after that.
Of course they did.
Nah, somebody got to die. And it ain't Nicole, son. I'll tell you that.
You said what?
I said somebody got to die, and it ain't Nicole, son.
Yeah. I'm going with you. Man.
It's just like, it's people too dirty. Like, but you can't even trust. You just can't trust people. And that's why I don't like social media and couples putting their business out there. Because one minute you a dirty, low-down dog who did this, this, and this. Yep. Then the next day you a good dude, my boo, ain't nobody like my boo. And we like, ain't nobody like your boo. Because yesterday, you just said your boo stole out your purse. Now today.
Now all of a sudden, that's your ace boo? No.
You got to make up your mind, girl. Make up your mind. Mm-hmm. So, all right, well, we're at the end of our hour. Time for our closing comments. Who want to start us off? Go ahead, Dee Dee. You look like you was about to say something.
Oh, no, I was just thinking, friendships should be like wine. The more it ages, the better it gets. Versus you 1 minute friend. Everybody's not your friend.
Yeah.
Like the old saying, keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer. Just saying.
I don't want my enemy nowhere near me.
Oh, no, I'm saying it means like you know where they are. You know where your enemies are.
Right, so let me know if they're going to be at the party.
Trust, got you.
Coach.
Man, just keep it real with the people you love, I think. And respect people mind. You know what I'm saying? Like with me and my close friends, like we disagree almost every day, but we say what we honestly think. Then that just work out the best for us. So just keep it real with the people you love.
Agreed.
And I just want to say, like, real friendship is really hard to come by. And sometimes you will let somebody get in your ear and get involved in your real friendship and break it up. And they're not really a friend to you.
Exactly.
And you think you're doing something and you only hurting yourself. Because it's real, people think that, like friends come and go with some people. You turn around, every time you turn around, they got a new friend or hanging out with somebody else. But I'm not that person. And I think that real friends is hard to come by, and you will definitely know the effects of a real friend. I have lost one of my best friends, And I'm still feeling the effects of that. And I've had my friends a very long time. And then I've just been fortunate enough to have met a couple of people here in Chicago, you know, who I'm cool with. But stop letting people in your circle, stop telling your business to everybody, and just know sometime, you know what they say, everything ain't meant to last forever. Some people in your life for a season.
Yep.
Accept that that's a season, because that mess would hurt if me and TC wasn't friends and she told all the secrets of mine that she know after we've been friends this long. Can you imagine the stuff she know?
Man.
Can you imagine how much this girl is hurt that this girl is now going back talking about her?
Mm-hmm.
And we just got to think karma is a mug. Because if you're doing it for a dude, he'll be gone.
Very fast.
And then you'll be looking stupid. But sometimes, you know, them long-time friends, it's the whole family. It ain't just me. You know, my kids is your niece and nephew. My mama is your mama, you know. Yep. And then you sit up here doing this. So if you got real friendships, you better treasure them and think about what you out here doing. And who going to have your back in the end, and who's had your back before. Because I know my friends. I can call any of my friends right now and say something going on with me, and they're going to be on the highway.
Man. Got that right.
So, peace and love. Go ahead, Didi.
No, I said, that's an excuse to get on the highway.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I already know mine. That just like one of them tapes that I'll be listening to, TD Jake's daughter, Sarah. She one of my favorites right now. And she do this thing about, you know, I got the kind of friends that, you know, when I tell them somebody did something to me, they be like, how you want to handle this? You want me to go back? Exactly. And that's the kind of friends I got, and that's how I am with my friends. Like, sometimes they don't even have to ask me how you want to handle this. I already done handled it.
Yep, you told me the story, and I'm just like, oh, okay.
Right. I didn't took care of that already. He at your house packing. I told him to get out.
We gonna go out of town while he doing that.
Right. So treasure your friendships, because they hard to come by. And while you think you doing something,
right,
you looking stupid. So, but thanks everybody again for listening. Please continue to listen. Follow us on Facebook, Nikki Nikki B and Friends, and Instagram at Nikki B _and _friends. And look out for the other things that we got going on. The YouTube reality check, where we're talking about reality shows, a couple of us. And then we may have a blog coming out soon. So we're trying to be like Coach and make us some money. So thanks again for author Jeffrey Rochelle. Please look him up and follow him on Facebook and look at the books that he has and buy his books and support this brother. And keep on being positive out there, and hopefully the weather get better. And we appreciate you guys rocking out with us. Peace.